anything that you personally feel has been the key? Has it been blocking? Has it been the subpar quarterback play, or is it?
There's a lot of things. I mean, a lot of different things. You know, obviously we didn't get off to a good start against Notre Dame. But the second half, we almost rushed for 300 yards, scored 22 points. Northwestern scored 21 in a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it showed, I mean, and they had their starters in to the end. It wasn't like they took Alohi out and people out. I mean, they were playing to the end of the fourth quarter. And so, you know, so it showed we could execute. You know, I was, you know, talking with Pete today, showing some stuff on tape, just how close we are in the first couple plays even against Cincinnati. You know what I mean? We got it blocked, we got everybody pinned, you know, we catch the pitch. The first play, if a guy picks up his block, you know, we got a chance.
Right.
But that's kind of been the whole season, right? You know what I mean? And so, I don't know, I guess the analogy I was telling Pete is like, we're at the amusement park, we can see it, and we're right there and we're close, and we can say, hey, we're right there, but we're still on the outside looking in.
Right, can't get in the gate.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, you can see the plays, but, and like, no, if we get this, we get that, we'll get in, but we haven't done it yet.
Right.
You know, and so we just got to continue to keep pressing forward. You know, you look at everything. You as coaches look at what we're doing. Because we're trying to put our finger, obviously if we could have put our finger on it. But there's a lot of factors. We're not playing as well overall. The other side that we're playing has been, I don't know what the record has been in the last four games, but we had a chance, I feel like, to beat Temple, a really good team. I felt like I had a chance to beat Houston, you know, a really good team. Notre Dame, you know, came back and played better second half, but they got off to a big start. And obviously Cincinnati, but I just talked about those teams. They got 4 losses and like over 30 wins. So, you know, we're a team that's trying to find our identity, unfortunately. And then now we go play another undefeated team that hasn't lost 22 games. So it's a lot of things, Wags. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'd like to play better and we'd like to get some stuff better. And doesn't help that we're playing
good competition.
I mean, the best we've ever played.
Right.
I'll put it like that. I mean, that's this stretch. Since I've been here, I've never seen a stretch like this.
Right.
So
basically 4 ranked teams in a row. Yeah,
and so it's been tough, but nobody feels sorry for us, and I don't want us to feel sorry for us. This is life. I mean, sometimes this happens in life. I mean, and people have been so nice, and they send me nice emails and stuff. That's but like, you know, almost like sending me condolences and stuff like that. Like, we ain't going nowhere. We continue to fight. I mean, this is life.
Right.
We love to win every game, and you love to have every season winning, but these guys are gonna, you know, lead troops, and there are gonna be some bad days. They're gonna be fathers. There's gonna be some bad days. You don't run away from your family. I mean, when adversity comes, sickness, things happen in your life, you gotta learn how to deal with it. So we've taken that approach. We're not quitting. We're not gonna hang our head. We're not gonna feel sorry for ourselves. A lot of this is our own doing, obviously. And so we just continue to try to keep preparing. And to me, it's a great learning opportunity, a great opportunity to teach them about leadership. Right. Not just in the academy, but as a father and as a leader.
So obviously fans on the outside worry that the conference, that this was going to happen. You start playing the same teams every year. You know they're going to work on the option out of season. They're going to really prepare for it. Or do you see the teams you play on a regular basis in the West Division starting to play the option better?
Yeah, I mean, guys have played better. I mean, but we're down too, you know what I mean? And so with that said, I mean, we still had an opportunity to beat SMU. I mean, and we were that far away from knocking the pass down to win the game. Had a chance to beat Temple, had a chance to beat Houston. You know what I mean? And so we go the wrong way again in the first half, and we got a guy running wide open. So that's 70. We don't get to end the half, and then we fall down to 4th down. You know, so we could have been up 17.
Right.
But coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Right.
Nobody cares about that.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't worry about the outside fans because they don't know all of those things. They don't know all the plays. They don't know the missed blocking. And so I know what I know. And like I said, you're trying to tell people, like, yeah, we're right there. Like, yeah, whatever, you guys are 2-7.
Right.
But there's 4 games that we feel like we could have won.
Right.
But we didn't. So we're 2-7.
Well, and you made a good point. I mean, Georgia Tech's been in, Paul's been there now, 11 years. And they're still gaining yardage and moving the ball. I think with the option, it's more if you execute, you can. It doesn't matter how many times they've played the option.
Well,
right?
I think Johnson was hearing that last year. They didn't do as well. Get rid of Coach Johnson.
Right.
I mean,
the ACC's figured out the option.
Even though he's won so many games there and he's been to 2 Orange Bowls and what he's done is amazing there, but they figured it out, and now they're rushing for 370.
Right.
Where last year, everybody's figured it out.
Right.
I mean,
so it's really about execution. If you execute this offense the way you're supposed to, it doesn't matter if the opponent's seen you 5 years in a row or whatever.
It's any offense.
Right.
I mean, it's spread or whatever. You got to execute your offense. I mean, I always chuckle at that. It's like if somebody stops the spread offense, they don't say, they figured the offense out. They played better that day.
Right.
Or they played better. But, everybody wants to say, they figured it out. But it's week to week, and you can't worry about that. The only guys that worry about here, we got to get better. And that's the truth. So all of the criticism comes from our play, coaching, lack of coaching. All that stuff is well warranted because we're 2-7.
Right. Do you have a scout team quarterback that looks like Mackenzie Milton?
Yeah, we got a few guys that look like
Number
him.
2 was running around pretty good. I don't know who that is. I have to look on the roster, but he was running around pretty good.
Mackenzie's a good player. Mackenzie's a really good player.
What do you like about him?
Well, obviously we knew who he was.
Right.
Just recruiting him. It's kind of like a reporter asked, "Did you know Alohi Gilman was that fast?" I'm like, "We're the only school that offered him scholarships, so obviously we knew that."
Right.
And so same thing with Mackenzie. He was committed to Hawaii, and kind of got in trouble because we tried to recruit him after he was committed to Hawaii, my alma mater. But he won at Mililani, which was a school that never had won on the island, and he won state championships with them.
Mm-hmm.
He's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
He's a quarterback through and through, smart, savvy, can throw the football, can run, knows how to move the sticks. He's a quarterback. That's what makes him tough, man. You try to bring blitzes, he sees it. You're not going to trick this kid. He's a really good player.
So have you thought about it if he had chosen Navy?
Oh, yeah.
When you see him on film, it's like the Christmas gift that got away.
But I'm happy for him. Like, I've seen him at the airport and, traveling to Hawaii, he and his mother. They're great people. But I'm happy for him. He's doing really, really well there. And hopefully he doesn't play too well this Saturday.
Well, obviously, you've had time since Saturday to look at the film. And what did you see? What was your analysis of what happened on Saturday?
It's just a combination of a lot of things. When you get shut out in the game, obviously you got to look at yourself first and foremost. And my job is to put these kids in a position to be successful. And against a team like that, those kind of athletes, you have to keep things simple so they can go out there and execute.
Mm-hmm.
So I started myself first. And got to be able to sustain drives, and you have to help them. And I don't think I did a good job of it.
That's as we've talked about all season, the little boo-boos. I'm guessing on the first play when Zach had that pitch that went awry that led to a loss, he got hit almost immediately after pulling the ball. I'm guessing that somebody should have blocked that guy. I don't know on that.
No, it's his pitch key. Again,
just came a little quicker than he thought.
Yeah, but Blackman has to catch the football. Blackman catches the ball and runs with it. It's a
big play.
It's a good game for it. So it's things like that that's happening this season. But again, it's my job to help these kids. And right now, we're not very good. I'm not doing a good job, and I need to get better.
How did you feel Zach played?
He played well. He did some good things. Could do some things better, but for the most part, just as far as operating the offense, getting the ball where we're supposed to go, running the football with some physicality.
Mm-hmm.
He did his job. Again, we just gotta continue to bring the whole team along, the whole offense along, and just get more consistent as far as moving the football. Again, stay on track on down and distance. Not getting to 2nd and 15, things like that.
Right.
Stay on track. So, but again, you want to put last week behind you. At the same time, it's a definite blow to your pride, especially mine. So again, I'm a big boy. You got to grow up, and you take your butt whipping like a man, and you come back.
Right. I was just talking to Coach Niumatalolo about, obviously when the offense struggles like it has this year, all the fans start worrying about, we're in a league, we're playing the same teams, they figured out the option. But we were just talking about Georgia Tech's rushing for 385 yards a game this year, and they've been running the offense in the ACC against the same schools for 11 years now. Right. So do you think it's more of an execution thing, as if you execute it properly, it doesn't matter how many times they've played the option?
For us, it comes down to execution. It comes down to play calling. And again, it always comes back to just, again, helping our kids be successful. Again, we're going to play against better talent, but our offense is designed to level the playing field. That's what we want to do. And when we go out there in the game, you got to help these kids, by putting them in the right plays where they can go out and execute and be able to make those great athletes on defense, make them one-dimensional. And so that's always been our plan. Again, but defensive-wise, more people just kind of playing just one defense and just trying to, just trying to play fast.
Right.
But for us, it just comes down to, being assignment sound, executing our assignments, blocking the right people, making the right reads, getting the ball where it's supposed to go. And again, right now we're just, again, play calling, but also at the same time, we just got to be more consistent with our assignments, and not have none of the mental breakdowns right in the middle of a drive.
But your job is going to get tougher when you play West Division schools, they're going to work on this in the off season. They're going to work on it in the spring. Their coaches are going to talk about it. Like, Fickle, obviously, last year you torched him, and this year he came back with a better plan. So that's going to happen as you're in this conference. These teams are preparing for this, and they're, like Zach said the other day, they were adjusting to your adjustments on Saturday. So these guys, they're smart coaches.
Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of smart coaches out there, but at the same time, you look at it, there's only so much you can do against us, and what we can do against people. As far as, we're not going to run a bunch of schemes and try to out-scheme every single thing. At some point, it comes down to executing, blocking people, being physical, and taking care of the football. And again, just not breaking down as far as assignments. So it doesn't matter how long we play in the league or how much a team does against us. It still comes down to playing football. We got to block people. We got to be assignment sound. We just got to keep moving the football forward.
How did it feel to be back running the offense again after been a while?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to be back at the helm. Senior year, so you have that leadership, and that's all I got to do is just be that leader out there in the field.
What was there any rust at all, or was it like literally riding a bike? Got out there and everything was just like it was last year.
Being the short yardage guy, like I've been under center all year, just not running the whole offense, but running mainly what I do. Even when I'm at quarterback now. So it really wasn't that big of a change. Just getting back in the meetings with Coach Jasper's, it's just, something that that's all I knew up until this year. So not that big of a change.
So I presume up until the last couple weeks ago, you've been in the receivers meeting.
Right.
Not right. In terms of your grades, how did you, I'm sure that you weren't perfect. Did you have some boo-boos?
Yeah, I definitely messed some plays up.
Some
there's definitely
misreads,
misassignments. I don't think anyone played a perfect game, and you're not going to when you get shut out like that when you can't even score a touchdown. So, it's just something you just got to learn from, go back to the drawing board, and just motivate the guys. That we're going to come back next week.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think having a game where you were running the full offense, getting that under your belt, if you're back out there this week, you'll be better?
Yeah, we just got. I don't think anything like that plays in fact. But I think we just gotta lick our wounds, and this is a whole new team this week. A whole new game. So we just gotta learn from what we did last week, and then just gotta play.